Hi everybody, I'm doing double videos today, so I know that I've just talked you through some of the sleep stuff, and so you know that based on the sleep biometrics and another one that I'm going to share with you later this week that I've not talked about at all, that physically my body is starting to get rid of the drugs that was in my system, flush it all out, remove the toxins, and recycle and regenerate. And so here's an odd thing for you. Weirdly enough, it's kind of personal, but I don't mind sharing. So when I was in the midst, so probably from about cycle 2, chemotherapy cycle 2 onwards, so my obviously it impacts the cells that grow a lot, so the ones that are in your body, like your immune system, but also your nails, your hair, on your head, and in other places in your body. And when I was going through my chemotherapy, right through until a couple of weeks after I finished it, the number of times that I was having to like shave my legs reduced by about half. So I was only really needing to do it once a week, whereas typically I would need to do that at least twice a week. So the good news is I'm now having to do that again. So, before it was more efficient because I only had to do it once. Now I'm having to do it twice, but it means on a cellular level that, you know, those cells aren't being killed off anymore and they're moving back into being able to grow things in my body and recycle things. So, yeah, there's a kind of fun fact for you. That it's just a tiny detail that I'd noticed a difference and a change in. So anyway, as I said in my sleep video, my sleep stats video, and here on a cellular body physical level, I'm in a really good place and things are progressing well, and I can see it in quantifiable metrics, and some of the others that I'm going to share this week. But I also feel it in terms of energy levels, and my concentration levels and things are starting to come back. But there's another part of healing, which is the mental and emotional and I guess spiritual part of it. And I think, I've tried to lean into this experience, and I have said some people have made the assumption that the videos that I've done have been cathartic and have helped me process and deal with some of what's happened. And I think there's an element of that that's true. But the bottom line is, over the last 18 months, Stacey and I lost 2 babies, and I was diagnosed with a potentially life-threatening illness, and I've had major surgery and then had to basically poison myself for 15 weeks to be able to purge that and give myself the best chance of there being no relapse. And I think, although I'm well on my way with the physical recovery, the rest of this year, there's a large part of it which is a much more unpredictable and much more uncertain, needs to be about mentally, emotionally, and spiritually healing from everything that's happened, and giving myself space to be able to do that and to be kind and not be hard on myself, because I've not done certain things or I've not achieved certain things in strict timelines. It's a time for a different type of healing. So I know in the early videos I talked about the importance of there's different types of walks and the importance of doing solo walks and making space where there's no agenda, there's no goals or achievement. It's just having time to be me and to do whatever it is that I want to do in that moment. So I feel like that's what I need to do for an unknown amount of time. And well, I guess that was all I wanted to share. My physical healing is, amazing, and everything that I've done has meant coming out of the back of this and my operations, my body's responded really well. And my head and emotions are in a good place. I just want to make sure and give it time to catch up, because I was forced through a lot of this at quite a quick pace. And I didn't, it was only a few weeks after the second miscarriage where I started getting quite bad symptoms and I was in pain. And I just want to make sure that I've dealt with everything and I've accepted it, and on all layers, physically, mentally, emotionally and spiritually, so that Stacey and I can move forward and not have any regrets or any baggage, I guess. Because baggage and carrying things around with you and not being true to who you are can have an impact on illness. It can be the catalyst if it's bad enough. So I just want to make sure that everything, all those layers are okay, and I've given it the time it needs to heal, so that we've got a bright future ahead of us. So that's where my head is. I've got some other bits and pieces to share with you now and again. So yeah, that's it for today. I'll see you later.